Welcome back to IAB Europe's Retail Media Roundtable podcast. We're recording live here in Amsterdam today at our Retail Media Impact Summit. And I have the pleasure today of being joined by Torsten Ahlers, who is the Managing Director of Media Markt Saturn. I've known Torsten virtually for quite some time, and it's the first time we're meeting in person, which I'm very excited about. So that's great. So Torsten, tell us a little bit about your role at Media Markt.
Yeah, at Media Markt Saturn, I'm responsible for the retail media business together with my colleague Boris. And actually, we built up the business from scratch. We started 4 years ago, setting up the product stack, tech stack, defining a strategy, and rolling out the sales in 11 countries. And where we are now, we are having a quite harmonized offer in all our 11 markets, having sales and account managers in all markets, and being in Munich, where we have our headquarters for retail media.
It's great. And before we get into all of the questions we've got today, I just wanted to pick up on a great and very exciting piece of news that's been announced in the last couple of days. You're now partnering with Unlimitail. So I'd love to know a bit more about that. How did that partnership come about? What's that going to enable you as a business to do? And how do you see that developing over the coming months and years?
Actually, this partnership from our perspective is groundbreaking. Look, we started with on-site products, which is normal with a search, on-site display. Yep. And from the moment on, we harmonized our trade marketing business, which is normal for a retailer, but immediately we were reaching out to incremental budgets.
Yeah.
We are having for now more than a year the Publicis as our media agencies in 11 countries. This is new. Before we worked with various agencies, and we're losing a kind of synergies and transparency. And it's a logic next step that after our paid media business is harmonized, that we are now kicking off the retail media business with Publicis as well. And of course, Unlimitail standalone is a kind of audience extension. So we're bringing in our first-party data from loyalty and from in-market data. But the story is that together with the Publicis, we are entering into a reverse media planning. Okay. And this is the groundbreaking one. So together with Publicis, we get signals from publishers, from third-party data, second-party data, analytics, and combine this with the buying data, with the buying information, the customer journey we have from our omni-channel experience. And from this, we do a data orchestration and can run the reverse funnel in analyzing leads, consideration, and then we play full funnel and offer a totally different media experience to our endemic partners and marketplace partners. We are really proud, and we are already in talks with 3 big corporates where the CMOs are really excited to do a totally different kind of marketing. You know, I grew up in media, and I know that you do media, and in the end, you hope that you get sales and conversions. Yep. But with this, and everybody knows that branding and awareness helps to do this. But on this, we can do real-time modeling, also with TV, with out-of-home, and see if a transaction or add to basket is going to happen.
I mean, it feels like it's groundbreaking and certainly very exciting for the industry. Yeah. So we will be watching closely to see how it all goes.
And from today, we are on in 5 markets already.
Wow.
So we started yesterday in 5 markets, and the other 6 will follow during this year.
Exciting. It's great news. So just going back to you as a business and your kind of retail media setup and solutions, talk us a little bit through that. You know, in addition to the Unlimitail partnership, what else is on offer at Media Markt Saturn from a retail media perspective?
Yeah, you know, my retail media history actually starts in the Otto Group.
Okay.
So 2013, pretty early mover. And then I'm happy that I was asked from Media Markt to run omni-channel business. And I think this is the distinguishing part between a pure player that for our, let's say, top 20 partners, we are kind of premium channel. So they love us to sell their, let's say, high quality and high price products.
Yep.
And our positioning is 100% omnichannel. So what we see is that 80% of our researchers are starting on the app or on the mobile shop. And then from there, we have 70% of the transaction going to happen in store in our more than 1,000 stores we are running here in Europe. And here in the Netherlands, more or less every person is able to reach one of our stores within 20 minutes. And this is and what we have achieved this year, pretty new as well, that by the huge extension of our loyalty card, we're able to describe this omni-channel journey. So we can measure from the transaction. In some countries, we're having more than 50% of the revenues which are done with the loyalty card. We can show a full funnel omni-channel journey. We see where the journey starts and how many people convert in stores. And this is the future. And in store, we heard it here today in the great presentation from Daniel Knapp that we are heavily running out in-store ads. So we are already having 40,000 big screens in Europe. So for a consumer electronic partner
how long have you had that screen infrastructure in place? Is
forever.
Forever. Okay,
we are selling TVs. So we are having for consumer electronics, it's a low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
And what I'm really proud of is that we're having our own company, which is called XPlace, which is offering a programmatic solution, not only for us, also when you go to a Mealy store, for example, you see the screens you see are powered by XPlace as well. And for us, this is really full funnel, that you start your journey maybe on a YouTube video, you go to the web shop, then you enter into the store and see the digital screens, then you take your loyalty card, and we can describe totally individual customer journeys, which are so different from having a broken dishwasher or wondering if you should buy a 75-inch TV for the Olympic Winter Games.
Yeah.
These are very different customer journeys, and this is what we can reflect. And there, the Publicis is a big milestone in making this happen.
I think you've talked a bit there about how the loyalty data kind of drives the data-driven results and insights, right? Have you got any kind of campaigns that you can pull on or talk to us about that really stood out and that you've worked on with a partner that's really used this kind of full funnel approach and actually delivered great results?
Yeah, of course. Many campaigns, I would say. With our, we run a few thousand campaigns in parallel, of course. And when loyalty data kicks in, so what we do, we have, let's say, 3 ways of working together. The working together with us usually starts with on-site search. This is low-hanging fruit.
Yep.
And then you have a ROAS between, let's say, 500% and we say 2,000%. So for each euro you spend, you get between 55 and 20 euros revenue, sometimes even up to 5,000%.
Wow, okay.
And then what we do is we invested heavily in analytics.
Yeah.
So this was new for us. When I started, we said, all the analytics are our knowledge, our, let's say, something we don't want to share.
Secret sauce.
Secret sauce, exactly. And now, with most of the data we have, like from what brand a consumer is converting, to what brand do you lose consumers, what's entire your full customer journey, how do you perform against add to cart, bounce rates, what traffic channel works well. We share this with the partners and agree on a yearly strategy where we agree in what's our always on strategy, what are the peak moments, like of course Cyber Weeks, Christmas, back to school, which was just and then we have MPIs where new product launches are, and we agree on an annual planning. And the beauty is this is of course related to deliveries. We have to be prepared on stock, have the right prices. So we talk about from the 4 P's of marketing, we cover 3 P's in the conversation with our partners, which is product, price, place, and promotion.
It's fairly powerful, right? So thinking kind of back to you started this, some years ago. If you were just starting out now, or you were talking to your former self, or to someone just starting out, what would be one piece of advice you would give?
First of all, have a clearly aligned strategy.
Yeah.
So we started with a consultant, Bain, and we all agreed on strategy and invited all partners for this strategy.
Okay.
And key is
all internal partners.
Internal partners.
Okay.
Yeah. And key is that with the Cadman organization, you have harmonized your target and have a harmonized approach going to market. Sure. You have to act as a team, even when you address different buckets.
Okay.
I think this cooperation is key. And then, of course, it's rolling out the right products and having B2B salespeople in the organization. Yeah. This is new for a retailer. Usually the partner comes and wants to sell his goods, and then you talk about prices, you talk about front margin, back margin. But here you're reaching out to marketing people, and for retailer,
slightly different relationship, isn't it? Yeah,
having a B2B sales and having lunch with marketing people, doing events like this. This was, I think, nowadays you see it here quite many brands as well. It's getting pretty normal. This is the way. Have huge internal cooperation, have a clear strategy, and then get the first party data up and running to make the difference towards other media.
It's great. I think lots of great advice there for everyone to take in. Just before we close, we're obviously here at the Retail Media Impact Summit. We've had the morning sessions. Tell us kind of what stood out to you so far this morning from the content you've seen.
Well, actually, Daniel is always a highlight for me. It's really impressive how he's describing market growth. That retail media is growing faster than all other medias. And I really appreciate the presentation from Walmart, where I see the stall risk when you start too much working with trade marketing, that then you really have to concentrate simultaneously to incremental media budgets. This is why I'm so proud that we nailed down the Publicis Unlimited relation.
Yeah.
And all the insights from Walmart, some are, I would say 80% are confirming what we are already doing, but 20% was really new.
Okay.
And what really was the alignment impact from Walmart, that keep the relation with the partners by yourself. You can work with partners like Publicis, Criteo, Unlimited, but in the end, I have the strong belief that only the retailer itself is able to sell his own services best. And this is my third takeaway from this short morning already. It's just 11 o'clock.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, look, Torsten, it's been a real pleasure. Thank you so much for joining me at the Roundtable. And we will speak to you later. Thank you.
Yeah, pleasure being here. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
In beautiful Amsterdam.